Hi, I'm Emily Jane Murray with the Florida Public Archaeology Network. Today we're going to take a look at how to clean a headstone. Some basic supplies that you'll need: water, if you don't have access to a hose in your cemetery. These nice big sprayers are fantastic. You can pump it and spray it on. I have a soft brush that's more of a broom style brush, and then I have a nylon bristle scrub brush. We don't want to use anything that has metal bristles because that could be damaging to the stone. And then today we're going to use D2 biological solution, which is a biocide that stops biological growth and can actually inhibit biological growth for up to a few years. So the first thing we want to do is to choose a headstone to clean. We've chosen this one because it's not damaged, it's not broken, there aren't other bigger issues happening with it, and it does have some pretty thick growth on it. We also want to give it a little test. You want to make sure it doesn't wiggle or move because we don't want to accidentally do more harm to it while we're trying to clean it. So this one's pretty sturdy, so good option for cleaning. So the first step we're going to do is actually to document what the headstone looks like before. Cleaning it is doing a preservation treatment, so keep that in mind. So we want to be able to see what it looked like before and after. So I just have my cell phone. We're going to take a couple photos. We're going to photograph all sides of it, front and back, just to make sure that we have it all documented. So the next thing we're going to do is just take our dry brush, our broom, and just kind of clean some of the dirt and anything that's loose on it. There's no need to add water and create a muddy situation when we can knock some of that off to begin with. So the next step is to wet the headstone down with water. Today we have a perfect day for cleaning headstones because it's nice and overcast, but if you're out working in the Florida sun and the heat, sometimes it can dry the headstones out way too quickly before you can get back to scrubbing them. So in that situation, we recommend just working on one side or one portion of the headstone at a time. So the next step is we're going to apply our D2 biological solution. This is a great product. It's been tested by the National Park Service's National Center for Preservation Technology and Training. So they've proven that it's pretty safe for headstones. It's not going to cause harm, and it works really well on marble, granite, even concretes that we see commonly here in our cemeteries in Florida. We do not recommend other products. There are other products on the market that claim to do similar things to D2, but at the end of the day, they haven't been tested to make sure that they are safe for application in cemeteries. So if you don't have D2, just stick with your water, stick with your scrub brush, a little elbow grease. That also does wonders for the headstones. D2 is also great because you can cut it up to 50% with water, so you can make it go a little further. So we'll give it a nice spraying now. So now we are going to scrub the headstone. You can let the D2 sit for a little while if you want, especially if you have this nice overcast day and it's going to stay wet for a little while. If you have some heavier growth like we have on top of this guy, sometimes you can let that sit with a wet towel and that will help it come off a little easier with the scrubbing. So we have our nice nylon bristle brush, never any metal bristles as will damage the stones. We're actually going to start at the bottom of the headstone when we clean it, and why, a lot of people ask us. It's similar to if you've ever brushed long hair or maybe cleaned a boat. You want to work all of the dirt and grime and the tangles out as you go so that when you get to the top there's a nice smooth surface for it all to run off of, otherwise it all collects at the bottom and gets pretty gnarly. We're going to use a circular motion with our scrub brush because if we go back and forth, that can cause striations on the headstone from the scrubbing. If you've ever seen kitchen knives at home, you'll see they have nice striations from back and forth. So the circular motion kind of randomizes that scrubbing pattern a little more and helps keep the stone looking sharper. So here we go. So now we are on to the most exciting step of the process, and that is rinsing, when you can see some of the hard work at play. So once again, we're just going to take some clean water. We're going to start at the bottom to rinse it off and work our way all the way around the stone. So here's the headstone all rinsed off, and if you still have some growth, you can try scrubbing it down again. You can put a little more D2. If you want to get into some of the letters, you can get smaller brushes like toothbrushes, work really well for kind of getting into little nooks and crannies. But remember, the D2 will keep working, so it will keep sinking into the stone and getting rid of some more of that biological growth and staining that you see. We're going to leave this one here for now, but we're going to finish up by taking our after shots so we can see, document what we did today. If you're interested in learning more about the care and management of historic cemeteries, you can check out our Cemetery Resource Protection Training, or CRPT, workshops. You can find information about the next one on our website, fpan.us. Thanks!